One of the people in the Bible that has become one of my favorite studies all my life, probably yours also, is a guy by the name of Daniel. Daniel was a man, along with his friends, who determined that they were going to live holy. We find the beginning of their story in Daniel 1, beginning with verse 8. And Daniel was determined not to defile himself by eating the food and the wine given to him by the king. He asked the chief of staff for permission not to eat of these unacceptable foods. Now God had given the chief of staff both respect and affection for Daniel. I want you to notice Daniel and his three friends all decided, we're not going to drink this alcoholic stuff. And you say, well, what was wrong? They drank wine in Israel, but it was a very different level. Okay, this is a very different level. We're not talking about the alcohol content that this would have had. So Daniel was determined, I'm not going to eat this non-kosher food. I'm not going to drink this high alcohol content wine. I'm not going to do this. And God opened the opportunity for him by giving him favor so that he didn't have to. But I want you to notice, all the others did. These men were unique. They were unique in their desire and their determination to live a holy life. And in that uniqueness of determination to live a holy life pleasing to God, I want you to notice four things very quickly that God did for them. Number one, in verse 17, God gave these four young men an unusual aptitude for understanding every aspect of literature and wisdom. And then God gave Daniel special ability to interpret the meanings of visions and dreams. Because they were determined to live for God, God gave them gifts. The gifts that they needed at that stage of their life was a gift of learning. And God gifted them with an ability to learn. Secondly, he caused them to progress beyond everybody else around them. Verse 20, he found them 10 times more capable than any of the magicians or enchanters in his entire kingdom. God gave them ability to learn, and then God caused them to progress beyond everybody else around them, even the locals. And then thirdly, God just gave them not just wisdom and capability, God gave them good judgment. Verse 20. Whenever the king consulted them in any matter requiring wisdom and balanced judgment. These men had balanced judgment. They were not emotional people flying off the handle. They had balanced judgment. Now, there's a great thing to begin to pray for in your life. Lord, give me balanced judgment. And then God gave Daniel the ability not to panic in times of crisis. In chapter 2, beginning with verse 14, when Arioch, the commander of the king's guard, came to kill them, Daniel handled the situation with wisdom and discretion. Remember, this is the guy with balanced judgment. Now, I ask you today, do you really think that compromise is the way to get ahead? Do you really think that loving the world and compromise and just being like everybody else is the way to get ahead? I don't think so. I think it is the uniqueness of a holy life that brings blessings from God upon our lives. That's what will get us ahead.